Okay guys, so we're gonna plant some peas tomorrow. First up is the Shiraz Mantou. These are some purple potted peas, but I'm soaking them overnight, so I'm just showing you before I start to soak them. These are what they look like. Also some purple peas that I saved. Also some bushwhackers. This is some other purple peas that I got from Premier Seeds. I think it expires in what's it called? I can't pronounce it, but they're purple peas as well, but they're more fully potted. They're not munch-chew type. I think these are also there because this is seeds I saved. I also have some Oregon sugar peas. These are from the Mr. Fothergill sale that I bought these from. So I don't know why I bought some more because it's the same thing as this. It's the same thing as this. So we're gonna plant a lot of peas tomorrow, but we're gonna have to soak them overnight. So that's what I'm gonna get on ahead and do now. Okay. This is some sorghum that I bought a couple years back or last year. It expires. So this is what it looks like. It's just regular sorghum that I bought online, and I've soaked it overnight. And I'm gonna plant it. I tried it last year, but it didn't get to maturity. So I'm gonna try again this year. And these are the peas that I soaked overnight, and the ones that I saved that I soaked overnight. First thing I did was to start sowing some leeks. This is muscle borer leek that I'm direct sowing into the root planter that I have. So it's time for sowing leeks, so I'm decided to sow it directly outside. So that's a muscle borer leek. So I had two types of leeks, muscle borer and a blue leek. The blue leek I had from Premier Seeds many years ago, and then it disappeared and it came back. So yeah, and this is why I love these planters, because I can sow things whenever I'm ready, basically, because everything is ready there already. It's all set up, so I don't have to plant and then transplant. And even if I have to transplant, I'll just have to thin slightly and move stuff around to give them more space. But I love these planters, and they're so good because I don't have to bend too much because these are very high, so they're also saving my back. So this is the blue leek that I got from Premier Seeds that disappeared for a while and came back in stock. I think it's called Soleil, something Soleil blue. It's a French heirloom. So I'm sewing. I always struggle to open the packet. I'm not quite sure. For some reason, they're in these little plastic packets, and they take me forever. I think it'll be easy to open, but I always struggle to open them. So yeah, I'm probably just trying to open the packet as we speak. So yeah, so they look blue, bluish when they grow. And I think what I'm gonna do with these also is to maybe get them, use them as ornamental leeks as well, because they have like a bluish green tint to them. So yeah, so sowing them directly, it's all easy. And yeah, I'm really pleased with these planters. Not too much bending, just covering them up. One of the things I'm also trying to do is plan for the hunger gap. So I'm trying to have something ready for the hunger gap. That's some rainwater that got caught in this little tray. So I'm just making sure it's got some water in it. Make sure it's watered. And that's that. Now to the peas. So the peas that I soaked, I've put them in this tray. and I've got some leftovers that I will plant in the planters, and I've also winter sown some. So the extras will go in the planter, and I've winter sown, and I've put a little mark to know what is what. So the Oregon is obviously green in the middle, and I have the Shiraz on one side and the other purple potted one on one side. And I'm gonna cover this up with soil, put it in a plastic bag, and that's me. That's my version of coleslaw for this. I've put some in bottles, but this one I just decided to coleslaw them because the last time I planted beans, I noticed that they disappeared. So I want to put some somewhere else other than the planter. So I'll put this in this bag, this tray in this bag, and put it aside. And hopefully nothing will get to them. So those are the bottles that I've planted the rest of the Oregon peas in. I'm inside and I'm going to sow some tomatoes. I'm not sowing as many as I did last year, I think. So I bought a mixed packet from Nikki's Nurseries, and it's a packet of 10 seeds, each one of them different heirloom seeds. So it's a packet of 10 seeds, different types, 10 different types of seeds in the packet. I bought them the first time I bought them. They did very well. Can't remember what happened the second time. I saved some of the seeds. I think I have a pink tie egg that I saved from the first packet, but it did well, so I'm hoping it does well again. So this is the 10 seeds that I've got, exactly 10. So I'm gonna plant these in that little tray, along with the 2 extra cells will be used for some black from Tula tomatoes. I'm gonna plant them there and put the rest of the tomatoes in the different trays. So here we have 10 set out already. I'm going to put the black from Tula right there in those cells. So in the pots we have Roma, we have Brandywine Pink, Borghese Principe, and Cordoba. And in those cells we have black from Tula. So that's all the tomatoes we're growing this year. We had some old German that we planted outside, and some black from Tula that we winter sowed, and they're outside and germinated. So that's the old German that has been winter sown outside, and also that I planted some earlier. So after I did all this planting, I went back outside and did some more sowing of seeds. I was gonna leave these for later, but I decided I wanted to sow some more. So some of the purple seeds are sown in this planter, but here I have some ruby streaks, mustard, and I have a braising mix from Nikki's Nurseries. For some reason I can't find it on the website again, so I put the peas at the back here. In each plant I had some peas in the back of it there. And also I was pleasantly surprised to find that the Mr. Fleming peony had started to shoot. Very pleased about that. That's how big the other one has got. I'm gonna try and get them in some buckets as soon as possible. I'm so pleased. I haven't seen the pepper yet, but everything else is germinating and doing well. But yeah, absolutely delighted with that. I do want to see the Shirley Temple and the other one come up. So yeah, so we have peas at the back here and peas with the other planter, and I've put this here, whole sow them directly, and I'm hoping to get these. And I did some more sowing at the back. This is a Vienna kohlrabi, which I also direct sowed in the planter at the back, and put some peas in it as well. Yeah, it was very busy sowing that day. So there's some peas at the back there that I've planted. Hopefully they will germinate and do well, because I don't want when I plant beans and peas, sometimes they disappear, so things take them away. So yeah, so the kohlrabi is in there. And those are where the peas are that I winter sowed in bottles and put in the tray and put some bags, put the tray in the bag. So hopefully if they disappear from the planters, if something digs them up, at least I have these to go by. And I am trying desperately to beat the hunger gap. So the potatoes in this bucket, which are swift potatoes, are growing, and I planted some pansies as well. I saved the seeds from last year and I planted them in this tray and at the front of the garden. So some pansies have been planted as well. And I went to Lidl, was busy that day, went to Lidl, got some compost and some tub and basket compost, but also regular multi-purpose compost. I'm going to plant tomatoes in these buckets, and so that's why I had the compost, because I need fresh compost, and I'm going to use those buckets as well. I need fresh compost to plant the tomatoes in. Obviously I'm going to put seaweed in there and manure in there, but I need fresh compost so they don't get cross-contaminated with the blight. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Take care.